All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out. Be myself, be mine, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend.
Hello, YouTubers. This is Tiffany's Weekend Review. This week we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Reunion Part 2. We're going to be talking about Justin Bieber a little bit. First, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This week was way better than the first week. They started off talking about candy-coated nights. I'm not a fan of that. Then they went on to talk about Sheree's acting, which is non-existent. I don't think she can act. She needs more lessons. Maybe eventually she'll be good, but right now it's just horrible. Her acting anyway. And they talked about when she was dating Dr. Tyree and his fake self. He used to be on the Ricky Lake show back in the day. He used to be the little guest love commentator, doctor. You know, he would give advice on love and dating and relationships and all this stuff. He's not a real doctor. I don't know what he is, but he's just a mess. And they were talking about her being in the game. She was in the game for a millisecond. Literally, like, Terrence walked up in a bar. She said hey to him, and that was it. That was like her line, hey. So, anyways, so they talked about that, and then they talked about the movie she auditioned for with Lavita from the Steve Harvey show was going off on her. That was so funny. That episode was hilarious. They talked about that a little bit, and they said that she got the part, but that the movie hadn't started production because of budget or whatever. I don't know. That movie probably will never see the light of day. If it does, it's going to be some ghetto stuff straight to video probably, because it just looked crazy. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, then Andy went on was asking Nene why she was being cheap at Sheree's little Dancing with the Stars thing that was for charity, because Nene got like $20 and wouldn't let nobody else give more than $20 because she told Candy not to give no more because that'd make the rest of them look bad. They look bad anyway. If it's a charity event, you need to give from the heart. You need to give what you can give because it's for a good cause. You don't need the $20 or $10. I mean, I understand that's all you got, but if Candy got more than $20, she wouldn't give more than $20. Let her, because I think she said on the tape she would have gave like a couple hundred or so. She said she used to giving out a lot of money to charity. So, you know, hey, and it's tax deductible too. So, I don't know why she was giving $20. You know, at the end of the year, you know, you need many deductions that you can get if you're in a high income bracket, which they apparently are. Anyway, then it went on. Andy was talking about their parenting skills and how they were all different. And they showed them with each of their kids and everything. And I think one of my favorite episodes this season was when Nene was going off on Bryce, because that boy is too big to be living in the house. He too grown not to have a job. He too grown to be getting locked up. Like, he should know better. And when she went out here, I could feel her, because when you have children, you want the best for them, and he ain't doing the best for him. And she was upset. And, you know, that's how most mothers feel. I completely agree with how she acted towards him. I don't think it worked, though, because, like, the whole season went on, and he still didn't have no job. He still was doing the same old, same old. So hopefully he'll get it together, because, you know, I don't know. They talking about he might have a baby on the way and stuff. And Nene would neither confirm nor deny that he had a baby on the way, so that's to be seen. And then everybody busted out crying. They were talking about deadbeat dads and how Candy's daughter's father's not there, Kim's daughter's father's ain't there, and all that stuff. And then they got around to Cynthia, and they were like talking about how that was so beautiful that Leon is so close to her, and how cute they were at the wedding. And they really were. I mean, he's a good guy. I think that's, you know, I don't know why they couldn't make their relationship work, you know, Cynthia and Leon. I don't understand that whole point, but I think it's good that they are close for her sake, for the daughter's sake. because they are really cute, you know, together, the father-daughter relationship. And all the other women were saying how sweet that was because their kids don't have that relationship. And they were all crying. And I could completely feel them on that. You know, a lot of fathers aren't around for their children. And it's a real issue. So it was kind of a cry fest for a minute. And then they talked about Phaedra's due date controversy, which she was due at 5 months, 6 months, and 7 months, but in reality she was 9 months along. That was funny, that episode where she was in the doctor and Candy was in there and he said, oh yeah, she's 40 weeks, and she looked all shocked and amazed because her mama was sitting there. She said that she said something about some complications is the reason why she was off on the date. But everybody, including me, thinks that it's because her mom's a pastor, she's real religious, and she didn't want them having children out of wedlock. Then she finally admitted she was a month pregnant when she got married, but that isn't the reason that she was lying about the due date. So you guys be the judge about that, because I don't believe it for a second. I think she was scared of her mama, and that's why she was lying about the due date. Oh, they were talking about Apollo, and they show her little clip where she say, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future, talking about when it comes to him and what he convicted for. She said he's convicted for racketeering, whatever that is. I still ain't quite sure on what that is. You know, the way they did this reunion was kind of weird. They got all emotional and deep and all this stuff, which they normally don't. They just talk about the little silly stuff that happened. And it was kind of weird to me. I'm getting a vibe like it might not come back. And I would be sad because that's really the only one I watch. Now, the Beverly Hills, I did watch that this season, and I loved it. I loved every single minute of the Beverly Hills one. I mean, they just lavish with it. They just crazy. I love the lady that was from the British lady or whatever, and her little dog. I don't remember what that dog's name is. The little bitty dog. She toted everywhere with her, and they just the whole season. It was hilarious. And with Paris Hilton's aunts and stuff on it, it was great. But other than that, I don't really watch them. The only one I really like is Atlanta, and I watch New York. I'm not a big fan of Jersey. I watch some of Orange County. Like, the only one I make sure I definitely watch every week, Atlanta. So, you know. And so, I don't know. The way they were doing it was like, it was scaring me. Like, they're not coming back next season. So, but anyway, they went on to talk about how Kim and Candy and the whole ring didn't mean a thing and all that. I don't think Kim can sing, personally. I don't know how y'all feel. I don't think she can sing. She was auto-tuned in Tardy for the Party. That's the only reason it sounded like anything. And they were talking about how Candy was upset with her for telling everybody else she didn't like the song The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing. I didn't like it either. I didn't like the first run of The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing, the first when she first made it, and I didn't like the second run. I don't like the song. It's not really catchy enough. Like, Tardy for the Party was more catchy. The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing isn't that catchy to me. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't purchase it. Tardy for the Party, I wouldn't really purchase it either. I would listen to it and dance and be silly, but it ain't nothing you want to listen to like on a regular basis, you know. So I think Tardy for the Party was a hit because it was catchy, but The Ring Didn't Mean a Thing didn't catch me at all. But yeah, they were talking about Andy asked all the women, do they think Kim can sing or not? And they was kind of looking around like they didn't know what to say. They all know she can't sing, and Phaedra said something about she's not a vocalist, but she's curb appeal. Curb appeal? I don't know what that means. I guess that means she's cute, but she can't sing. I don't know. And they were talking about the money situation with the Tardy for the Party. That Candy said it made between $80,000 and $100,000, and that out of all that money, that she only got $2,000 or $3,000 from Kim. Kim is dead wrong for that. That's just wrong. Like, she wrote the song. She gets the most royalties out of anybody off of that song, but she's not getting anything. And she cried, and she was talking about how Kim should have came to her. Kim said her lawyer told her she was paying Candy too much, and that why they, you know, the whole thing ended up happening. Candy said she gave her money back. Candy crazy. Candy been in the music business a long time. Kim ain't been in the music business a long time. Hey, if they want to sue, they could sue, but they wouldn't have got no money. So she should have just let them, whatever they wanted to do it. And that way she would have had her money, because $3,000 or $4,000 out of $100,000 is not cute. So they talked about that, and she cried and told Kim that she should have came to her and talked to her about what the lawyer said. Oh, they talked about the season 3. At the beginning of season 3, Kim and Nene was all buddy-buddy. They made up, and they was friends and drinking and smoking together and hanging out, and she was there. Kim was there when Nene had her surgery and all that stuff. It came over and took care of her. And that then it turned into World War III when they got on the bus, which it did. I still am not exactly sure what all the fight was about, what it started from. I understand she was upset how Kim was talking to Sweetie, but the way that fight escalated, it made a mockery, okay, of that show. I mean, they've had fights before, but this one was like over the top. This was worse than the rest of them, I think. And I feel like that she kind of gave black women a bad name when she did that. It made us look like we just angry and evil and mean all the time. And she really went hard in on Kim, like way too, like stuff she was saying. It's like if you felt that way, she could have said that to Kim without doing all that she did. I mean, she went off for the whole episode. They got off the bus. She disrespected Kim's friend's house and him and everything. And it was just too much. I was like, why does she keep going on and on? She wouldn't stop. She was being really ignorant. And she apologized. She said she knew she was wrong and she shouldn't have been doing that. She apologized to her family and her husband, which they get a divorce, so I don't know why she's apologizing to him. But anyway, she's like, I apologize for how I looked in front and how I made my family feel. But then Andy was like, well, do you apologize to Kim? And she was like, no. So I don't know how sorry she is. She's probably sorry that she looked bad, because she really did. She made herself look real bad. So they did all that, and yeah, she said she was sad. She stooped down to that trash level. And she should have been sad. She should have been ashamed herself. Then Andy asked all the women, what is next for you? And that's another reason. I've never seen him do that before. I mean, he may have, but just the way he did this one, what is next for you? Like, not this show. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. But the way he said that just kind of scared me, like, oh, this might not be coming back on. Sheree said she's going to do another another line of She by Sheree, so we'll see how that goes. And then Phaedra is about to purchase a funeral home. I don't know why. Don't even ask me. Candy's got her CD out, and Cynthia is going to make a modeling school. She's thinking of opening a modeling school. Kim, she got a baby on the way. In 4 months, she's due, and she's trying to get a wig line started or going. She said she said that like the first season. This is like the 3rd season. She ain't got that wig line yet. And then Nene is on Celebrity Apprentice, which starts really soon. I don't know the exact date on that, but I will be watching that and reviewing that as well, because Nene, wherever she at, I'm going to be there watching, because she a trip. That is the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion, part 2. And Justin Bieber got shot on CSI this week. They shot that boy about 20 times. I'm going to put the link on here, because that was a fail. All these little girls in love with this boy, and he got a gun. He shot at the cops. They shot him up about 20 times. And all I thought was, this is just wrong on so many levels. Them poor little girls, I know they was in the house screaming and crying, thinking he really dead. Because, little kids don't know the difference between real and TV.